onto your butt.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Hold up just a minute. This is Chase with Kyle and Andrew bringing you another short episode. This time we've got a debate.
Yeah, what's that debate, Chase?
That debate is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
No.
Without a doubt, yes.
It's an action movie, and there's
Kyle's
absolutely...
just being contrarian. It's a fucking Christmas movie.
Before we get into it, we've got two camps here. Andrew is going to be arguing on the side of, yes, it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, what gave it away?
And Kyle will be obviously arguing on the side of, no, it's not. So we're going to start off with Kyle. Kyle, why is Die Hard not a Christmas movie?
May it please the court. Your Honor, I bring to you today a case that has no merit, a case that has driven people mad for decades, a case that is wholly inappropriate to even consider, but here we are having to do so. This case is that of Die Hard being an actual Christmas movie and not an action movie that takes place during Christmas. In one vein, the decor, the atmosphere, the literal date on the calendar would denote this as a Christmas movie. However, the amount of sheer bloodshed, the amount of inappropriate drug use, and the lives lost, Hans, Booby, those are going to be pretty egregious non-Christmas traditions, such as the loss of quote-unquote innocent life, the perversion that was happening in one of the rooms. People were having sex. And also just...
Were they having sex or were they just like making out?
Oh, they were probably
Excuse me,
fucking.
Your Honor, they were...
You can smack him if you want to. This
Your
is
Honor,
a no-holds-barred debate.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would have to say I'm not going to be entertaining any interjections because I'm very heated about the fact that where is Santa Claus? Where is this person that brings the gifts? Where are the children?
We're reaching here.
Where are the children?
Reach.
Where's my feel-good feeling in this movie?
There are children in the movie.
Well, not really, but they're mentioned.
But I'll leave that for Andrew to debate.
So to close my opening statements, I would like to say that the lack of Santa Claus, the lack of snow, the lack of general Christmas cheer. The line isn't known as yippee-ki-yay, it's yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, right? It's not like ho 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 motherfucker or like, you know. So that's gonna.
Someone out there says ho ho motherfucker.
I mean, wouldn't that be fitting? Wouldn't that be a memorable line?
Can you
as
imagine
well?
Santa getting into like some schnapps and drunkenly flying in the air saying ho 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 motherfucker?
Yeah, strike that from the record.
It's
that
peach
is not,
schnapps, dude.
It's not peach schnapps, it's eggnog. Those are going to be a couple pillars of why this is not a Christmas movie for me, and that I rest, Your Honor.
Okay,
the defense
Andrew.
rests.
All right, so
Opening statement.
this is a kangaroo court. I'm in charge. I'm throwing your testimony.
This is
out.
not a
There's
court.
no testicle.
Throwing it out. So
It's
everything
not-
you
it can't
said
be
is
thrown
being
out.
disregarded. It's a kangaroo court. I'm in charge.
There's
so
no
That's
court.
okay.
yourself.
It's a kangaroo court. I'm in charge.
No, I'm in
no,
charge.
I'm in charge.
No, I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge.
No,
I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
I'm in
So,
Well, one, as the mediator here, this is not a court. No one's being charged for anything here.
there is a death penalty for those who get this wrong.
But that's not being charged. So,
hey, I was
continue.
just
Opening
trying
statement.
to be
Opening-
creative with my dialogue since Kyle was talking about, Your Honor, and I rest my case. So I was just, trying to one up.
I used to watch Law and Order SVU, so I know a
watched
lot about the legal
Law and Order
system.
Criminal Intent, so it's better.
Are you saying sex victims? Okay.
Shut the fuck up. All right, so there's so many things that make this a Christmas movie. One, it takes place on Christmas Eve. It's a holiday Christmas party at some swanky hotel in Los Angeles. You can tell it's cold, and we'll get to that, but it's cold. The weather is right. They play Christmas music frequently in the score. I think Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee is played multiple times. Hell, fucking Bruce Willis is singing Jingle Bells. There's other songs that come on of the Christmas mood, of the Christmas spirit. The fact that it takes place on Christmas Eve alone should solidify that. Yes, it's violent, But we're talking about a Christmas party gone wrong on Christmas Eve. That is something to strive for, something to put on a pedestal as, yes, this is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is one of those movies that's like, you come home or come back for Christmas break, wherever. It's like a Thursday afternoon. You roll in.
You come back from war and you put this on to
No,
to
you come
rest
back and your
silently.
dad's got AMC on the living room, fucking Die Hard's on. You watch every minute of it at that like Thursday before Christmas or whatever. I don't care that what happens in that movie itself is inherently Christmas. The fact that it takes place on Christmas Day is all you really need. And at the end, they're out celebrating that they defeated Hans Gruber and the terrorists and whatnot. And it's fucking Los Angeles, and it starts to snow. It literally starts to snow in Los Angeles. Tell me that's not winter. Tell me that's not of the season or of the spirit. It could be, the remnants of whoever's ashes were, It's timely, and I don't know. For me, I can't not watch this and like get put into the preparatory mood before Christmas.
Okay.
So I rest my case.
Kyle, what would you like to argue out of that?
Well, I would like to call my first witness to the stand, Your Honor.
I thought we weren't in a fucking court here. I thought we weren't in a court.
Kangaroo court here. I'm the boss. Let's go. All right.
Who's your first witness?
I call to the stand Andrew Weeman.
I didn't agree to this.
Will the witness state their name for the court?
My name is Wandrew Weeman.
Thank you. When you were watching this movie for the very first time, what time of year was it? Be honest. You are
Probably late November or early to mid-December.
Interesting.
Did you catch him in a lie? Is that what you're saying?
No, Your Honor. I'm simply building a case.
Okay.
So, when we're talking about Christmas to you,
Yeah?
what does that mean?
What does that mean?
What is Christmas to you?
It's a time of year that occurs every fucking year.
Sounds monotonous and mundane.
There's
Sounds like
a
a chore.
build up. There is an idea that things are going to be shut off for a time and then we'll resume after the fact. It's very anticipatory in terms of decorations and music and capitalism and family and travel. All of that together is Christmas.
I feel like you just word vomited.
I mean, everything I said there made perfect sense, but if you want to construe that as vomit, go ahead.
Owl the
Here.
vomit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. What you've just stated to the court is it makes you feel a certain way because of the travel, the pomp, the anticipation of getting a gift, of something good happening.
I actually didn't mention gifts at all.
Well,
but-
what are you anticipating then? Elaborate.
I mean, it's a time where you stop what you're doing, you're not working, and you're spending time with your loved ones.
But what's the build-up? You mentioned a build-up.
Yeah, because it ends, and then everything is over, and then we go back to living our normal lives.
Isn't that what life is?
Where's he going with this? I think we're losing listeners by the second.
Continue
So,
on. I will allow it.
Isn't that life? Yeah, I guess that is life. So
This is interesting. I will say that sounds pretty bleak for the holidays.
kind of like Die Hard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that point, and I'll score that for myself, Your Honor. 1 point for the 1 point for the prosecution.
It sounded like it matched what Andrew's version of Christmas is.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause
is Die Hard just your version of Christmas?
I have never experienced a terroristic hostage situation.
Terroristic?
Terroristic?
Explain.
I mean, terrorists who want to hold innocent people hostage for their own financial gain or whatever gain that might be.
I feel like all this is turning into a James Joyce poem. We're going off the rails here. All right, Kyle, you're done. Andrew,
Thank you.
Would you like to debate any of the ramblings that Kyle came up with?
I will not debate, but I will say that
You are in a debate.
I don't need to. I think the only thing I'm going to say is I believe he bolstered my opinion and the case that I proposed to everyone listening. And with that, I rest my case.
All right, I got some questions. I'm going to ask here, Kyle.
Yes.
Do you not think that man who at the beginning is on the outside looking into his family saves them during this holiday, basically? Well,
Saves them or saves her?
saves her, but eventually them, because then they would have been orphaned.
And her name's Holly.
Her name's Holly. Yeah. So do you not think that that's kind of like the idea of Christmas? Is it bringing the family together?
Is that what I think of Christmas?
Yeah.
No, I think of Christmas as a cesspool of just the worst of humanity.
So Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
this
because
is
you
a
sound like
sensible-
Hans Gruber.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Also,
so-
R.I.P. Alan Rickman. What a legend.
R.I.P.
The best.
R.I.P.
And Bruce Willis. I mean, he's still alive, but like,
It's actually
and-
pronounced Woos
it's
Brillis.
tough watching this recently, thinking about him. But go on.
And then
Very sad.
Andrew,
Yeah.
can murder be a part of a Christmas movie?
I mean, murder is a part of everyday life. Christmas, I would say, it's not everyday life, but life in general. I'm sure people get murdered on Christmas every year.
Sure.
So,
But
yeah.
that's not what we talk about during Christmas.
But it's murder isn't the end goal, because the murderer, yes, he did kill some people, but he did not win. Good prevailed. Good
triumphs over evil.
Yes. That's always
I thought
what
that was
happens.
what Easter was, not Christmas. I thought Christmas was about like
No, Christmas is about the Christ, the Redeemer, being born, who eventually triumphed over evil. So, ipso facto, that's what it's
this
about.
is his origin story.
Yeah, it's his origin story. So he is good. He conquers evil. So
Andrew took a turn there.
He just went lizard brain. He shut off and started doing Catholic
mean-
shit. That was so funny.
yeah,
He did.
how can you not?
He did.
No, but like
I don't know if
I
that's
guess
a point for or a point against. I can't figure it out.
He
don't
got
throw
triggered. He
Christ
just-
the Redeemer down the drain like that.
He is the Redeemer, though.
Throw him off a fucking 20-story
he did the
building.
It's not good versus evil, but I when you think of Christmas, I know Kyle would disagree, but like good and warmth and happiness and togetherness is what it's all about, and that's what happened in the end.
Yeah, when they blew up the top of the building,
Yeah, and the hostages were freed.
some of them.
Vast majority. I think there's only like two who died. I'm pretty sure. Hans.
Do you remember the guy that got hit by the brick running down the stairs? Did anybody ever catch that?
Was
I
he?
know-
Was he SWAT or like FBI?
No, the guy was an extra in the film, and as he's running down, as they're blowing up the top of the building, one of the foam bricks hits him in the head, and they kept it in the movie, and no one noticed it. I think everyone noticed it later on when it happened, as they've rewatched it over the years, but it's so funny to see this dude just get pelted in the head by a brick and keep running.
I didn't.
If a brick hit you that hard, you would be unconscious or dead.
Yeah, you'd be done for.
So
It must have been foam.
Continue. Yeah, it was. The way it bounced, it was definitely foam. Kyle, you have a closing statement, not a ramble.
I'll let Andrew go first.
Okay, Andrew, what's your closing statement?
I think Die Hard is
Don't say.
unequivocally a Christmas movie, and if you disagree, I think you're just trying to be different. And I have nothing else to say.
Kyle, what's your closing statement?
That was all a sham. I think and 100% believe that.
Well, you
Die
could
Hard
totally
is
wow.
yeah, is there's really no argument to be made against it. It's pretty
Obvious,
obvious. Yeah, everything that Andrew said and
especially the lizard brain stuff about Christ and
Christ. Yeah,
Yeah, that
he went full up. People, his eyes glazed over, and he just started saying things, looking up into the sky.
I became the Vatican.
You channeled certainly Pope John Paul II for sure.
So I will say the argument most people do make is the one that people hold on to is the murder part, and because it's a rated R movie. There's no set rules for a Christmas movie.
No.
And again, it brings cheer because it brings the family together. He stops a worldwide danger from happening. It happens at Christmas. There is the snowing.
In Los Angeles,
In Los
where
Angeles.
it doesn't fucking
There's
snow.
the Christmas music. There's plenty. He even dressed someone up as Santa. So when Kyle said there is no Santa, that is not true.
That is it's not true.
Yeah, because he tied him to a chair and put ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun.
And her name being Holly, I mean, come on.
It's definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and they had that in the back of their mind when they wrote it too.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this short debate. Let us know in the comments and our direct messages. You can even call Andrew at any point in time during the day or night and let him know if you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
His number is 911.
877 cash now, actually. Sorry.
No.
I thought you were going to give him like the number to the Catholic Church. So
I should have looked up like Cathedral Christ the King's number.
we hope you get to watch Die Hard for this holiday season, and we also hope you have a great holiday season, and we'll see you around next time.